We're live.
Good
Money
luck.
is a good servant, but a bad master. But fixing the money is fixing the ruler that everyone serves under.
That's deep.
Damn.
Wow. Wow. Was not expecting that. Wow,
It's
that's
too early
good.
to be that deep, but damn, that hit me hard.
How we feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. You know,
Feeling terrible,
another
but that's
day,
alright.
another Monday. How about you guys?
Cooked, absolutely cooked. Just
Yeah.
had to work overtime yesterday, so I'm feeling it now. That's for sure, but that's alright.
How many
Went to bed
hours
You're
was
going to
early.
that?
work right after this, huh?
I did
Okay.
7 a.m. till 5:30, so 10 and a half hours, which is some people that's their normal day, but I don't know. Sometimes that just hits me.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So
What do we
let's
want to
get this
dive
started,
into?
huh?
Yeah, there's plenty of topics to cover. So, does someone else want to take the first topic just so I can wake up and start to respond?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing from the week was obviously number one strategy saying that they could potentially sell Bitcoin, and then there was Jeff Walton's debate with CoffeeZilla, which kind of are the same vein, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean the MicroStrategy selling Bitcoin thing, it's basically like I feel like the 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 media over did that one because like when you think about it, like BlackRock also sells Bitcoin all the time, but they still accumulated over what they are like over 800,000 something right now. So it's no big deal if they buy 10 and sell one. It's like okay, like if it's beneficial to your company, sure, dude, go ahead. Like if Bitcoin is money, right? At the end of the day, Bitcoin is money, and if you needed to improve your company or to improve your life, dude, shoot. I mean, use it, So I I have no problem with it. I'm still holding strategy for the long term. I'm gonna write this thing, right? If even if it goes to zero, I'm gonna write this thing until it's I'm gonna milk it. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I was just gonna add there's one thing that if he was selling his personal stack, which is the message that he preaches to retail to never sell, and then there's selling through the publicly traded company. That's just two different things. If he was announcing I'm selling all my personal stack, then that would be pretty significant. That would go against everything he's ever preached. But I think now that it's just accretive for shareholders, he's going to do what he's going to do, and he calls it digital capital. Like if it's going to be the underlying capital of his entire business, then that's something that's going to have to be bought and then also sold at different times to be profitable. So that's all I was just going to add to that.
Yeah, and then there's certain tax benefits as well for them. Like they can, take a wallet, right? Their Bitcoin's spread through a ton of different wallets, I imagine. So they can take one wallet at a specific cost basis and then, harvest a tax loss or something like that. There's a million different strategic ways they can do it. But again, the thesis hasn't changed. Their primary directive is to accrete Bitcoin per share. So,
Wasn't
if
there like something? Oh, sorry, keep going.
no, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah, no, because I was gonna say, wasn't there something like how I don't remember exactly how he said it, but like how they are still not they still don't see Bitcoin as like an asset on his balance sheet, but like by selling it and actually using it like for
Yeah, well,
profit, it will be
their
recognized as
credit
such.
rating,
Yeah, right, something like
was
that.
like B or something, but that none
Yeah,
of that included the underlying capital of
yeah,
Bitcoin. And so
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
this is their way of entering it into that credit rating. So this is
right.
also him pushing to get into S&P 500. Like he's trying to do everything right, say everything right. This is why he doesn't say, Bitcoin is money anymore. He says it's capital. Like he's trying to push that narrative. And so
yeah,
he's trying to protect his own business and get it to those next levels. That's just how I'm seeing it. Like it's kind of time for Saylor to pump his own bags. Like he's been pumping all of our bags. I think it's time for him to get that company to the next level in my eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Siller
it was
graduated, man.
the rating agencies gave them a B minus, like credit issuer rating, and when you compare that to like other corporate bonds, like I think one example was like a car rental company. Like they value all these like depreciating assets that these companies have, and then they're issuing these credit instruments, and then Strategy owning all this Bitcoin, they value it at $0 basically. Having
That's so crazy.
It's
Yeah.
like the most over collateralized like security you can release. Like a
Yeah.
perpetual preferred backed by that amount of capital is like unheard of. So
Yeah.
to me, like a lot of, because I've talked to people about like STRC and MSTR and things, and they're like, couldn't it just go to zero like Bitcoin? Like, and it's kind of like that's the one thing. But I'm like, if you can look outside of Bitcoin, Black Swan failing, then it's like this thing is more secure than the retirement in here in Australia. It's like we don't have that much capital backing our like retirement. Like this is like big money, you know. So I think it's kind of interesting that we all put trust here in Australia in these very small institutions, and we put our money in these banks that I would, yeah, they're big banks, but man, they're nothing compared to the US, and people don't want to touch these online things yet. So it's just interesting. It'll take time for people to wake up and realize, hey, the thing that you're saving in through the banks, or the retirement fund you're saving through, you know, a fund, is not as secure as you think. Like, where's their collateral? You know, this is probably all just smoke and mirrors, numbers on a screen. So, no, I think it's all very interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys like, is it just me, or sometimes I'm like looking at Strategy, I'm like, damn, I mean, I already have like an okay amount of shares. I'm like, I'm gonna hold that for a long time. And sometimes I'm looking at it, I'm like, I want to buy more, but I you know, you know, it's not the same as Bitcoin, but I'm like, ooh, looking, it's like, I would not be surprised if this thing goes to like, I mean, probably $10,000 per share at some point in the future for sure. But like,
Oh,
but
definitely.
yeah, it's so undervalued. Like it's crazy. Like looking at this, like the amount of Bitcoin they have, it's just like, and nobody understands this. It's like what? Like how am I
Oh,
just a little?
it's the
How do
only
we?
like,
Yeah,
I was gonna
like
say it's
how
the
do
only
we get it,
legacy
but nobody
system.
else does?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Just no one understands like what the actual risks are, and like what the probability of those risks happening are. Like in my mind, I feel like the biggest risk is like potentially like the custody aspect
Yeah,
of it, not
yeah,
you know.
Fumbling the bag.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Wow.
think it's the only legacy system stock that I want to buy that's like the furthest away from a legacy system stock. Like if I'm going
Yeah,
to be in the stock, whether I'm forced in it via retirement,
yeah.
or whether I'm forced into it even just for speculation, it's like that's the only one I'm gonna want to buy. Like I don't want to, I have
Yeah.
no interest in buying like Apple, Google, Amazon
Oh God,
anymore. I'm
no.
like, I have no interest. Like there's still some volatility there, but I'm like, there's just way more risk in those. Like they're so
hmm
huge and bloated, and it's like now that AI is going to come in and just like pop some of those bubbles. I think, how
Yeah.
can you say that that's a safe bet? Like software is not where you want to park your capital, and that's where majority of tech stocks are. And
Yeah.
once they all get completely destroyed through AI replacement or AI competition, then it's like I would way rather put my money in something that's like, you know, supercharged digital capital, something with the strongest balance sheet we've ever seen. Like this is, it's unheard of. And once, imagine when the premium comes back for MSTR, like I think now they're pivoting from just milking that premium and keeping it back down to 1 or below and then paying off dividends and stuff. Now that they're opening that window of going SDRC, but also paying dividends potentially through selling Bitcoin, that will, to me, that will bump MSTR stock up even more, because people will understand it's a bit safer to buy the stock and enjoy that premium. Maybe the premium's not so temporary, because anytime there's a premium, they just go, oh, sell the common equity, like sell it at a profit, and you know, bump that number back down below 1. So imagine when we get the 4x premium again or something like that, but we have a lot more on the balance sheet. It could be like unbelievable. And I think it's amplified Bitcoin. So volatility up when Bitcoin could potentially break all-time highs in the next, I say 6 to 18 months in my eyes. I don't know where you guys are at. I'll try to make it pretty broad, but it could be 18 months, could be 6 months. Man, imagine MSTR stock when Bitcoin's breaking all-time highs and they've got $1 million on the balance sheet. That's going to be unbelievable. I don't think anyone can even fathom looking at MSTR $1,000 a stock. Like it sort of did that before, but then they had to do a stock split, and then now we're gonna get there again, and they're probably gonna have to do a stock split again. So just Anyone that got in really early, I think you're gonna be sitting on some crazy money like through this common equity. So yeah.
Yeah. How much is actually I gotta look this up. How much is like Berkshire Hathaway stock actually? Wasn't there like 100? I don't remember actually. Berkshire.
It's rat poison, so I don't touch it.
Classic. Yeah. But yeah, with like the rating agencies, it's like crazy that to them you're more credit worthy if you own like a fleet of cars, right, that are depreciating, or if the company just owns a bunch of real estate. Like so many like companies, like if you look at something like McDonald's, like a lot of their business at this point is like real estate. And the credit rating agencies would rather see a company own cars or own real estate than own Bitcoin.
Wait,
So
what
that
the
just
yo?
shows you.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Wait, Warren Buffett's company is $700,000. Wait, is this for real?
What, to buy a share? Is that what you're saying?
To buy a share, the class A share? That's insane.
We should probably buy
That's
that.
wild.
Damn. It's actually really
$700,000. Dude, what? That's crazy.
Do you guys
And
not have that sort
MSTR
of
is
cash
like,
laying around? Sheesh.
and they have like 300, I think 300
Couple of
billion
brokies
dollars
in
in
the
cash or
chat.
something. That's crazy. How is this? I mean, yeah, good for them, but like, I think MSTR is gonna. I mean, shoot, I'm not gonna make any predictions or anything, but hey, we'll see. I don't know. I'm just looking at this. I'm like, yeah, if they don't do any splits, I'm wondering if Warren Buffett did any splits at all. Like, probably not.
I'm guessing not. If
If
he's at
it's that
700k.
high, yeah, he probably just let it ride.
Who is
That's
buying
wild.
that though? Like, who is buying? Oh, some of these things
Yeah.
are just gonna get destroyed. Like, we're in 2026, and some people
They trust
buying.
him though. He's like the best investor of all time. I mean, people trust him. It's just he
The
has the
key
name.
thing that I've taken from him is like hodl. Like, he was just a hodler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
He
not
started
even
young
really.
and he hodled. Yeah.
He's not even, in my eyes, it's not that he's like an investor, someone that's like, oh, I'm picking this, I'm picking that. Like, there is obviously still, I can't throw shade at the bloke. He made a lot of money, but I'm saying like, all he really knew how to do was buy stuff early and just hold as long as possible. The reality is most of his net worth is just from time, like holding is
time in the
pretty much as
market,
long as
man.
possible. So it's good because if you're a Bitcoiner and you can take some of that principle, it's going to be unbelievable for you. Bitcoin growing 30, 40% year over year. Let's say it does that for the next 10, 20 years. Like, you're talking, multi-million-dollar Bitcoin, and it gets there pretty quick. So yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. It's like,
I listened to
I think
you go.
Okay, no, I was gonna say my biggest takeaway from were time in the market and also just hodl. Time in the market and then buy low, and then just when people are afraid, that's when you need to buy. And these were my biggest takeaway from him. But other than that, I mean, he's great. I mean, he started young, and good for him. But he was so wrong about Bitcoin. Wow, so wrong.
Yeah. And I guess Bitcoin's a need-to-know basis, and he didn't really need to know.
Yeah.
Like, Bitcoin wasn't even around till like the later part of his life, so you can't even really throw shade at someone that they couldn't even buy the superior asset, didn't even exist. I was just gonna add, do we want to cover a little bit of the CoffeeZilla debate? Because I just thought it was interesting to watch. CoffeeZilla obviously doesn't understand Bitcoin, but he's definitely viewing Bitcoin as just another, not necessarily Bitcoin, but he's probably more the preferred perpetuals, perpetual preferreds.
I just want to get to this comment first real quick about the wheel, because we were just going to get back to that. So I saw the comment here. But yeah, we're going to spin the wheel again. I had a issue with the wheel and I forgot to save the addresses from last week. So I was looking for Ramres and then Road to 1 Bitcoin. So just put your name on the wheel. There should be a link in all the descriptions. We'll spin it again today, and then once I get your address, I'll zap you the sats from last week as well. So if we can find road to 1 Bitcoin too, we can track him down and give him the rest of the stats from
Tom,
last
get
week.
back in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say with the CoffeeZilla debate, like, what are you guys' thoughts? Because he's just seeing these, you know, STRC and these other competitors. There's a guy who's doing his own version of their debating. Yeah, he's just seeing them as a Ponzi scheme, seeing their returns are too high that eventually something's just going to break, something's going to snap. And I think he doesn't buy into this idea that Bitcoin's going to outperform the 11.5%, 12%, 13% year over year, and eventually something just goes boom. But I think old mate's argument was saying, you know, Bitcoin could only grow 2, 3, 4%, and that's probably enough for their underlying capital to fund these dividends into an infinity. So do you guys think there's a little bit of merit to what CoffeeZilla is saying in terms of these rates are too high, or do you think it just makes sense when you're dealing with Bitcoin as digital capital?
I mean, I think it's the opposite. Forrest had a good tweet. He was talking about how like the contrast where Coffee thinks the rate is too high for them to sustain, whereas I mean, for me and probably you guys, like I don't think you should be holding STRC necessarily exclusively because you're going to miss out on the gains of Bitcoin. So it's like a crazy contrast from thinking, well, 11% is too high to pay out for holding Bitcoin, but actually I think it's too low.
Yeah. I don't think he understood he did not understand Bitcoin at all. He did not understand anything, really. Like he was just, I mean, it's so funny when he said, like when he was like, oh, you think Bitcoin is gonna give 30% a year? And he's like, no, he's not gonna do that. It's like what are you talking? Like, okay, like, but like you've seen it as like a little, like a tech company, like it's already rich, like peak adoption, where it's like if you walk out on the street and you ask 100 people what is Bitcoin, or explain the difficulty adjustment, or explain what is a node, like nobody knows crap. Like, and he thinks that, oh yeah, Bitcoin, everybody who's supposed to be in Bitcoin is already in Bitcoin, and he thinks that's it. Like, dude, we are so early into this, and Bitcoin is not gonna stop at like 1 trillion or $2 trillion. Like this thing it's gonna go a lot higher. It is the scarcest asset on the planet, and I don't think he understands. Yeah, I don't think he understands what it is. Honestly, he's still looking at it like, you know that you guys know that meme about the elephant, the big elephant, and it's like there's a bunch of people in like different angles looking at it. Oh, this is like, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, and he's like one of those guys looking at it and like one little angle saying, oh, Bitcoin is just gonna go 2% a year. Like, you know, it's just, that's just how I see it. But he doesn't get it. He really doesn't get it.
Yeah, and like he said, well, oh, but you guys say Bitcoin's supposed to be an inflation hedge, but like it's not a hedge; it's an inflation solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know it's wild,
but I definitely understand his perspective in some way, like not his actual argument, but just because his whole career has been uncovering like scams and multi-level marketing schemes and stuff. So that's the lens that he's looking at everything. Like he's trying to find the next, you know, Safe Moon or Hawk2a crypto or MLM scheme, and he thinks he found the next biggest thing.
Okay. Has anybody else ever debated him about one of these scams? Actually, like I don't really watch his channel until like just recently. But like, has anybody else like been like, oh, let me debate you about, I don't know, October coin, or you know, I don't know.
I think he's really intelligent. Like CoffeeZilla is still he's someone that I've been watching for quite a while. He's really annoying. Like I think I think he's a really annoying person. But I think his way of just like ripping up the roots and discovering the scams, like he covers a lot of like the Logan Paul, the Jake Paul family, like that whole, yeah, we're not even going to go there, but they've done so many crypto scams in the past, and KSI has been involved, and the Hawk2a coin, like, come on, like no one's debating Hawk2a coin. Like I had so many mates just absolutely rock pulled.
People actually bought that.
I think like, yeah, people did, bro. Anyway, like he's pretty much been right about 90 but let's say 90% of the content he's released. Like there's no one being able to, I'm going to sue you. You've made up lies and things. No, he's been pretty accurate. But I think with this right now, it's in the stage of speculation. Like he's trying to call it what it is, but he's obviously missing a big chunk of it, and that's the underlying Bitcoin. But I think as the narrative unfolds, I think he will start to step back. I don't think he's going to double down. I think after that conversation, he realized that he has no idea what he's talking about. Like so many times you saw his face, he's just like, and he wasn't looking into the camera like this guy's an idiot. He was thinking, oh, this guy is smarter than me. Like I think it was a reality check for him because he's gone into this battle just going high yield, but he doesn't understand like, the guy was saying the GDP is growing 2% a year or whatever at this rate. We're going to have, a $70 trillion, $80 trillion in the next 30, 40 years. Like that debt just keeps growing. So this infinite money entering the supply. Do you not think Bitcoin could absorb a lot of that market, and then hence these products absorb a lot of the bond market and credit market, private credit, public credit, all those things, $300 trillion potentially on the table. Anyway, and so he was just shocked. I think he was trying to laugh it off and just be like, dude, what? But it's like
all he was doing was screaming.
Yeah, like the other guy was just going like hitting him with it's just basic math. And I love what the guy said. It's just so simple. Like, what are you missing? Like, and I think it was so stumped. I've never seen him stumped like that. He was just so like wanting to fight with emotion just because he didn't have the actual like conviction or the actual math to back up his arguments. But it was pretty obvious to me. Like, I think he's going to start to ease off that narrative. I can't see him doubling down, maybe for a period of time, just for the headline clickbait because it's trending. Like he's doing it for trends. But as the reality kicks in over the next couple of years, I think he's going to ease off that narrative for sure.
I mean, I think he's just going to clip it. Like he's just going to take specific clips that like makes him look right to his audience, and he's going to edit over it and add his own stuff.
I was just looking at his channel. I don't see that podcast yet, actually. Yeah.
No, he definitely hasn't posted it.
He's
and it was definitely,
Oh, I was going to say that he said he's putting on his second channel. That's proof that he's like, this isn't good enough for the main channel. He's realizing he might not even post it, bro. Like, what benefit would that be for his like subscribers? See him get absolutely destroyed. Like, no wonder True North has posted like 1 million clips of it because it's such good content. Like his face is just stumped. Yeah. So, and if you actually watch like the end of the conversation, they end up chatting after it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but CoffeeZilla is not even. He doesn't. I don't know if he actually cares. Like he winds down instantly. He's just like, "Yeah, how's it going, bro?" And it's just like they're just chatting, and it's like he can put on such a front of like, "I'm so involved. I just think this thing's about to blow up," and then after it, he's like, "I think you're going to be extremely successful." It's like,
well, no, that's not. He was saying you're going to be extremely successful, but if you know what I know, then that's
your own demise. Yeah.
It's not a good thing that you're going to be successful.
He's like,
imagine saying that. Like, that's just crazy.
He's like the young version of a new version of Peter Schiff. If he doesn't change his mind, can you imagine if he just like he sticks?
At least
to
Peter
his argument?
Schiff understands gold though. Like CoffeeZilla, like what is CoffeeZilla buying? Like, and the guy literally said, like, did you sort your own like insurance? And he's like, no, my wife did that. It's like, so do you deal with any money? Like, that's pretty major. Anyway,
CoffeeZilla has target date funds, man. That's all he has.
He would just have like S&P 500 probably.
Yeah.
And by his definition of a Ponzi scheme, then and the insurance company is definitely a Ponzi scheme by his definition.
It's crazy that a lot of people trust those legacy systems set up like insurances and stuff. And it's like, dude, like imagine the person first trying to sell your insurance. It's like, oh, how's your day going? Yeah, it's good. But what if this happened? And then it's just like, you need to add this insurance. And then what if that insurance fails? We need to add that insurance. Anyway, just like the insurance thing is like, who came up with that idea to be like,
look, I'm pretty sure I remember somebody saying every insurance company started up as a scam originally back in the day. So, I mean, I don't have proof. I don't know, but that's what I heard. I don't know, but I believe it. Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a similar thing, like Strategy and insurance companies. They're both underwriting some kind of risk, and they're selling a financial product based on, managing different risks. Like it's a similar thing in some ways.
and predicting the amount they're going to have to pay out through insurance is going to be less than the underlying balance sheet / capital they own. So
Yeah.
just assuming they're going to earn more than they actually have to spend. Like imagine we all had, let's say every single person under insurance had a car accident through a car insurance at the same time. It's like they don't have the capital to pay for, say it's 10 grand per car, and every single client, say it was 1 million clients under one fund, like that's big money. And all of a sudden they would just be either that, or maybe they're backed by another insurance that then has to take that. But it's,
Dang.
it's just tricky, man.
never
Like
thought
that's
about it.
actually
It's like
crazy. It's a
fractional reserve
crazy
banking.
business model. Yeah, it's a really crazy business model, but it's obviously extremely successful.
Yeah. It's wild.
What else went
Yeah.
on this week?
What else? I mean, other than the debt to GDP ratio thing going over 100% for the first time, I guess nobody's talking about that, but I feel like that's a big deal because like the last time was in during World War II, and it's like, sheesh, like are we like the last time that happened we were also in like we were also in World War, printing a bunch of money for war, but this time we have Iran and stuff going on, but like it's not like we're in a world war, you know. So what's going on? You know, what are we doing? You know, what are we doing as a country, and how are we gonna solve this problem? You know, so I guess that's a big deal, but nobody else is talking about it. People prefer to talk about Saylor selling Bitcoin and you know all of that crap, but the dollars over here failing everybody and all the 9-to-5ers. But let's just put that under a rug, not talk about it.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it's next generation's problem.
Yeah, let's let my son figure it out, I guess. It's interesting because I was like trying to like ask AI, okay, like what's going on with this one? Like, what did they do last time? How can they fix this problem this time? And it's interesting because like last time they try to like grow the economy faster than the debt, and also they had a lot of people come back from war. They were making more babies, so there were more people working and stuff like that. So they were able to grow the workforce and actually get out of that problem. But then this time we have less people making babies. Like nobody wants to have kids anymore because it's expensive, except for Bitcoiners. And it's like we have AI that could be, I mean, could be inflation. I mean, they could go either way, really. I mean, you can use AI to like increase workforce for sure, but like does it? It's interesting because like does it make inflation worse, or does it actually help grow the does it actually help grow the GDP faster? You know, like what do you think will happen with AI? Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, tough to say. I mean, yeah, I have no idea.
yeah, I'm just like I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just like, hey, all I gotta say is, man, just get out of the dollar. I feel like regardless, there's gonna be inflation, and you just have to get out of the dollar while you can. Save your life savings in something that they cannot print. That's all I got out of that, really. So yeah, it's just wild, because we've never been in a situation like this where you have the population just declining and you have a bunch of AI. I mean, maybe they will rely on Elon Musk to get all these robots out so that they can increase the workforce. But I don't know how they're gonna save it, honestly.
I don't think anything stops it.
Yeah.
Did you
I mean,
guys
other than
see?
like, oh, good.
Oh, I was gonna say you should watch. I think it's Peter Dunworth. He's the Aussie guy. Anyway, he was on Robin Sears' show the other day. You have to watch that. Like anyone in the chat, go watch that because he had so many cool takes, Bitcoin versus gold, of that I hadn't heard before. And also, he just talked about he's heard a lot of rumors. Like he's kind of not in the political space, but he's kind of just in that world. And he just said there's I love the speculation of it because there's not really any evidence for it. But he said there's rumors that the like strategic Bitcoin reserve is like making a potential coming, I guess, like an announcement or whatever you want to say for July 4th for Independence Day. Anyway, and he was just talking about if that's the case, like this year could be pretty hectic. Like, and I know that we really thought that was going to happen, you know, nearly 2 years ago or whatever it was, a year ago, with Trump. But I was just thinking, man, if they tied the strategic Bitcoin reserve on July 4th, like how cool would that be? Like Independence Day, we're going to actually stack Bitcoin on the balance sheet as a country. Like that's the most sovereign thing you can do. Anyway, and he was just talking about what the next 6 to 18 months actually could look like. And he's like, yes, there's one side where it's like a lot of selling pressure continues to squeeze out that final squeeze. And he's like, yeah, we could drop into the 50Ks. But then he's like, there's also the world where, you know, strategic Bitcoin reserve comes on, plus Saylor's buying pressure, plus JP Morgan enters the scene, plus just banks have the ability to suddenly self-custody through a lot of the things like the Clarity Act and things like that. All of a sudden you're looking at, like he was just saying it, like, you know, Bitcoin could just go to $1 million in 12 months. Like he said, there's nothing really stopping it at this point. Like the buying pressure, then retail enters back onto the scene. Like there's just so much to be bullish for versus bearish. And I think, yes, bears can win temporarily, but we're going to be right forever. And so I was just like, I just had a moment yesterday of being like, wow, like I think I need to be probably more bullish for the next couple of years because 2030 is around the corner, and there's a lot of evidence that Bitcoin could reach $1 million by 2030. And like, it doesn't matter if it happens or not for me. Like, I'm not counting on that. It's not a number I'm counting on, but there's so much evidence that that is possible. And if that's the case and you don't have any, like, that's insane. Like, how can you not want to have a piece of that? Like, it's about to, the next 5-10 years is going to continue to be that Bitcoin gold rush. So you definitely want some for sure.
Yeah, it
Might
is
make sense.
irresponsible to not have Bitcoin. Yeah.
Have you heard what his gold argument that I have never really heard before? He said there's like a lot of like science magazines and science studies coming out that they're saying the price to replicate gold right now is around $5,000 to replicate an ounce of gold. And he said,
Okay.
now that we're approaching that price, at one stage, it's eventually going to really struggle to get beyond that $5,000 mark. Like that's going to be its new ceiling, because if they can replicate it at that price, then it can't continue to grow. Like that's going to cap its sort of price. If they can manage to actually genuinely replicate gold, because this is something they're seeing in the diamond industry. So diamonds, like natural
Holy crap.
diamonds, were not scarce, but like they were
Yeah.
perceived as scarce.
Lab
And there was a
grown.
huge, lab. And now there's lab grown diamonds. Like my wife's engagement ring, I'll just say it was a lab grown diamond. It had less imperfections. It was like perfect because it was lab grown. It was clear and it was still expensive, but nothing compared to like what, you know, a natural grown would be. And Peter Dunworth said like 100 years ago, we would have never even imagined to grow a diamond. Like it would have just been unheard of. We thought that was something just in the ground to stay in the ground forever. Oh, but it's just been a diamond for the last 5,000 years. It's just been a diamond since day one. We can't replicate that. And now it's like, yes, we can. Like and imagine when AI, robotics, and technology continues to exponentially grow. I'm sorry, but like gold's now on the table in my eyes. Like I don't know science, I don't know like chemistry, but it's like we are ramping up the ability to recreate things like that. And if that's the case, gold is not going to be your superior store of value. Like Bitcoin is so much more verifiable in terms of almost its chemical appearance. And if that happens, man, like we are so right. Like we dodged gold, bro. We actually dodged gold. And anyway, like maybe you have both. I'm not even gonna like say you shouldn't, but it's like, man, you could probably replicate gold before you can replicate Bitcoin at this stage. Like this
Yeah.
thing is stronger than something physical for sure.
Yeah. And
It's
you don't
a
even
wow.
have to. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, you don't even have to, chemically recreate it. Like, if the price gets high enough, that just incentivizes more mining in itself, and we have no idea how much is out there.
There's also a lot of evidence. Oh man, our topics are just all over the place today.
Yeah.
There's so much evidence that mining companies will find big chunks of gold, but they understand if they release that all at one time because it's not released into the supply until it's been entered the market. So as long as it's in the ground, it's not counted in the global supply. So they will wait for a good price in gold and then enter it into the market. But there is so many mining companies like gold mines that have found huge like gold veins stripping down to the point that they don't want to release it too quick because it would drop the price. To me, that is not finite supply. Like that is not scarcity. It's perceived scarcity. Like we've all convinced ourselves how scarce this thing is. Where I actually think gold's abundant. Like I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I think it's not. I think as we get better with AI and technology, it's going to just get easier and easy to mine. And this is something that Peter Dunworth said as well. Imagine when people can actually go to like the bottom of the ocean. So 2/3 of the world is underwater oceans we've never been able to go to anywhere bottom of the ocean and actually mine gold. It's just not economically sound. Like it's not going to make you good money. When that becomes like profitable through AI technology and robotics, and we have the ability to send just a robot and a submarine down below and get gold, the supply of gold is just going to moon rocket, and therefore its price is just going to plummet. Like its supply will go in one direction and then its price will just go in the other direction. Do you really want to be on that side of the trade? Something that's just like a shiny rock? Like I want gold to go back to like it's like jewelry. Like I want it to be used as rings and I want it to be used as watches. Like I think it looks beautiful. Like I love gold in that sense. Its utility value makes so much sense to me. But the monetary premium on top as a store of value makes no sense. Like it's not, it can't be money. Like, it's failed as money and we're not going back to it. Like that's just how I feel. And I think I can't even imagine just trying to keep a shiny rock in my backyard and hope no one comes and gets it. Like it just feels stupid. Like I want to buy something that I can transfer with my friends. Like I can send to you, I can send to you. And I'm just not interested, man. And I keep trying to convince myself maybe I need to have both. But then more and more I just go, do I really? Like in what event do I need gold? I just can't see it progressing. If I'm optimistic about the future, I'm not buying gold. If I'm pessimistic and I think the world's going to end, then maybe I am. But what side do you want to be on? Do you want to have that lens that you're negative on the world, thinking it's going to crash and burn? Or do you want to be optimistic that humanity continues? Then if it's going to continue, I think Bitcoin's going to be on the right side. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah.
No,
well
I
said.
mean, oh yeah, no, like honestly, like dude, like when you look at the qualities of money, I mean, what does gold have that Bitcoin doesn't? Anybody? Nothing. I mean, gold. Yeah, literally, gold can't be. If gold could be money, we would have used it as money already. Where you can't, it's just it's impossible, really. Like especially in large quantities, like you can't use it. Oh, hold on, my son are crying. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Dang. I was gonna try to
Josh,
find
any thoughts?
a cricket sound effect, but I was too late.
Yeah, do you have any thoughts on that? Like, I mean, we can talk about gold for ages, but yeah, I don't think it's as scarce as people think it is.
No, it's definitely not. And yeah, and then it's an issue with like liquidity too, right? If you just have that huge amount of gold, then you have to worry about that moving the market and you have to find a buyer. And with Bitcoin, it's instant liquidity. Like Strategy is able to buy 10,000 Bitcoin and then sell 1,000 Bitcoin without really moving the market. And I mean, Bitcoin, did its thing this week. Like people think Strategy is like the only buyer of Bitcoin, the only thing pushing Bitcoin up, but they weren't even really participating. And Bitcoin still did its thing. Like the market's just so large and so liquid, and it's only going to keep getting better.
And I think as this liquidity increases, it will become an option for like China, for example. Like they've clearly gone, no more US dollars, no more US treasuries. We're going back to gold. I think that's still a smart move relative to the dollar for sure. But they can't really absorb that into Bitcoin right now. Like its size is too small. If you're pumping like say 5 trillion, 6 trillion into Bitcoin, the slippage right now would just be insanity. Like it would probably send Bitcoin's price to 20 million, 30 million, even if that's not fair valuation. And so I think China had to pick gold right now. But I think as it continues to grow, all that capital is just going to flow back to Bitcoin. It's just going to be a matter of time. And I think it's completely natural that gold takes the stage for a time here. It's going to be like a stepping stone back to Bitcoin. But yeah, I just think as soon as Bitcoin's liquidity, it's already like, yeah, it's obviously what you just said. It can absorb billions of dollars, but when its liquidity can absorb trillions of selling, like in the future, then there's just no ceiling on something like that. When it can trade $1 trillion in an hour to the upside or to the downside, that's going to be insanity. Like imagine the actual market for that, where there's just like countries and rich mother hubbers that are just like, nah, sell half the stock, we're putting it all in Bitcoin. Boom. And it's just like, and you don't even notice it in price. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, that's going to be the day. Like, I understand the volatility will go down over time, but I'm not sure I care. Like, if that's in 20 years when I'm sitting on like, maybe it's a few Bitcoin by then, hopefully. And Bitcoin's, you know, doing some crazy numbers, man. It's going to be unreal. Like, we're going to have the keys to the kingdom in that sense, in terms of wealth. I think we will be, the little players will suddenly be at the big kids table and and playing for once, you know. And oh man, like if you save in fiat in Gen Z and in your 30s, it's like you're stuck at the little kids table for the rest of your life. If you save in Bitcoin, then you're going to be able to sit with the kings in that sense. That sounds kind of like a stupid legacy, like analogy, but it is reality. Like we will get the keys to wealth that we were probably never ever going to get through the fiat system, in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the dollar is not money, man. It's literally not money. It has none of the. It's just not money. Period. Like if you're saving in the dollar, you're not saving money. Money's supposed to store your time and your energy, and the dollar cannot do that. So, yeah. So it's just that simple. You know, save real money, and you will be wealthy. That's all it is.
Yeah, and change your measurement of value, because I watched a video yesterday and it was talking about 2020, and it was looking at someone's 401k with, I think it had like $400,000. And by now, if they're saving in the S&P 500 through their retirement, it probably does look like it's nearly $1 million. Like the S&P is essentially doubled in, 6 years. But then you measure it in gold, it's gone down. Like if you go US dollars versus gold, that $400,000, even though it's now $1 million in fiat, it's worth less in the gold measurement. And then you bring Bitcoin's measurement onto the table, and then gold looks like trash. And so you just want to pick the best measurement. What's gonna, demonetize housing? So what's gonna demonetize gold? It's gonna be Bitcoin. This is what we always talk about with houses, for example, or gold in ounces. And yes, gold's had its shiny 2 years, but let's say take that out of the picture or go forward, and that will slowly start to dimmer. Yeah, like look at a house that was 100 Bitcoin. It's now 10 Bitcoin. Like look at a house that was like what Michael Saylor says. His house was $100,000 back in whatever it was when it was first sold off on Miami Beach. And he said it's now like $100 million house or whatever. And it's like, that's just the proof that the fiat dollar is just fricked. Like, and if you measure that in Bitcoin, his house is going to get cheaper, which is just not going to happen in fiat dollars. Like that house could eventually be 150 million, 200 million, or whatever it is. Maybe it's 10 million, 15 million, but I'm not sure. But I love that measurement stick.
No, I was
because it makes so much sense.
I was watching one of my podcasts with Dr. Noah Kaufman, and he said that, hey, why do we measure a net worth in dollars? Like, because like if we do that, that means that you are literally just measuring your net worth is something that loses value every single year means that you are does that mean that you are losing, like, your values is going down? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just literally makes no sense to measure yourself in something that just loses value all the time. It makes no sense. Like, you need to a measuring stick that does not change. Like, it just it's kind of like it's hard for beginners for sure. But like once you wrap your mind around like, oh, like the dollar is literally a melting ice cube. Like that shit has no fucking value. Oh, I'm sorry for my language, but it literally is worthless. It's a worthless piece of paper, and it's like, dude, like, you know, we just need to. It's like it takes a lot. It took me a long time, to be honest, to do that. But like now, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I do need to use a new measuring stick. You know, so it makes sense though. Makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bitcoin gives everyone a ticket. I think that's the biggest thing. Like if we were all just playing in the fiat system, like it'd be stocks or real estate pretty much. Like stocks, you know, have to get lucky to some degree. And with housing, it's just such a big barrier to entry that someone just starting out, it's, you know, becoming more and more out of reach. And now with Bitcoin, everyone, you know, has a ticket in their pocket. It's like a digital gold rush, but instead of, you know, moving your family across the country and taking a big risk to mine gold, you just take out your phone and click buy and stack some sats. And I think that's why it's so frustrating for us to, you know, have people that won't, you know, buy $10 a month worth of Bitcoin when it's like the ticket's right there. Like you don't want it.
Yeah, and I love that idea what you said before, Ralph, with like it's devaluing you as a human. It's if that's your
Yeah.
time and energy and they're debasing that, they're debasing you. And you can kind of treat your time and energy, therefore money, like yeah, money's time and energy in extracted form. If that's getting debased, it's kind of if you can treat that like your self-worth, they are like debasing your self-worth. And so I just think that's a pretty crazy concept. And once you understand that, you're like, get stuff. Like, stop devaluing me. Like, I went and worked hard. I've already paid my taxes. Why are you taxing me again through inflation? That's like insane. And so it makes you feel so small when you realize the system is just sucking the life out of you, literally sucking away your time and energy, borrowing from the future and therefore devaluing your future as well. That is something that scares me. They can literally time travel into the future pretty much, like get the value that they should have to reach in the future and bring it forward, like bring it into the present. That shouldn't be possible. Like these guys are pretty much time traveling and that freaks me out for sure.
Yeah.
You guys, do you guys ever watched this gold and silver show by, I think, what is it, Romy? Oh, hold on, I need to find this one. It's like I think that's what opened my mind to it.
I was just
By,
gonna add. Sorry, have
oh
you
yeah, go
found
ahead,
it?
go ahead. Yes, golden. Did you the gold and silver show? It's like it's by, what's his name? Let me see if I can find his name right here. Actually, no, you go ahead. Let me find his name real quick.
Oh, I was just gonna add in that same podcast, I recommend everyone watch it. Robin Sear, Peter Dunworth. Anyway, Robin was saying you shouldn't measure your success or your net worth in dollars. Obviously, we talk about measure it in Bitcoin, but he says measure it in how many months you could sustain your life. So, like, project how much you would need to spend to continue to stay afloat. So he's like, he now goes, do I have 12 months of spending in my net worth? Do I have 24 months? Do I have 36 months? And Peter Dunworth was saying that's an awesome measurement. But if you're doing that in dollars, then those months decrease over time and it will actually bring it to the present and reduce how many months you have. You might think $1 million is sustainable for the next 10 years. In 10 years, $1 million is not what it was 10 years ago. And so therefore you thought you had 10 years, you might have actually only had 6. Like this is where dollars just continue to lose their time, their value. And so you can't even plan the future. You can't even predict what's going to happen because you predict in this ever changing ruler and you don't know what it's going to look like. And if you can pivot that into Bitcoin that's growing, and this is when they pivot into what that could look like if you were measuring in Bitcoin and doing the month idea where you're trying to predict how many months. Peter Dunworth said, like, if you can aim for 84 months, so I think that's like, what's that? 12 times 7?
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. He's like, 7 years, but measured in Bitcoin. No, like it won't be 7 years. It will probably be 14 years. It will probably be 21 years, because as you're spending that Bitcoin month to month, year to year, it's appreciating still. It's increasing in purchasing power. And eventually you're just never going to run out of money. Like you're never going to run out of spending power, because its purchasing power is going up more than the rate you can spend it. And he was like, this is where people realize 1 Bitcoin might be enough, 2 Bitcoin might be enough, 3 Bitcoin might be enough. Imagine you had 10 Bitcoin. You probably could retire for the rest of your life, assuming that it's growing 30% a year and you're not a complete spending freak. Like if you're spending money on cars and money on houses and money on like fancy things, then of course you can chew through it. Anyone can spend $10 million in a day. But I'm saying, like, if you were smart about it, 1 Bitcoin right now could be enough for the rest of your life in that situation. Or, maybe it's 5 Bitcoin, but that number will just go down over time. Eventually 0.1 Bitcoin could be enough to sustain someone. And that's just a crazy concept. If you can capture some of that, you might never, ever have to be a slave again. Like, that's
Yeah.
unbelievable. And that's what I hold on to when I'm saving in Bitcoin is this idea that I'm buying back my time. I'm buying back the ability to maybe stay home with my family in the future when I have kids and not have to be the dad that's working 9 to 5 until the day he dies. So yeah, pretty major, man. Pretty major.
Yeah.
Yo, you want to help share my screen actually real quick? Just wanted to show this one. This is the thing that actually changed my life when I was first learning about Bitcoin. Like, I mean, I wasn't even learning about Bitcoin back then. I was like kind of learning about gold. And then like I came across this thing, Hidden Secrets of Money. And then I think it was episode 4, like learning how money is created out of thin air. And dude, I was shocked. Like, because it's like I was just like, wait, how is it that nobody knows this? Like how is it that like that episode was just so like mind opening to me that it's just like just $100. I mean, that's when they have their 10% reserve requirement or whatever. They can easily turn that $100 into $1,000, or turn $1,000 into $1,000 into $10,000. Like literally just create money out of thin air. Meanwhile, you are going out of your day, just spend 12 hours at a job to earn those same dollars that are being printed out of thin air. It's like, dude, like it's wild, man. Like it's such a Ponzi scheme. Such a Ponzi scheme, man.
And look at when
that thing. Okay, what?
Oh, I was just going to say, and look at when these videos were made, like 10,
Yeah.
12 years ago. So this is like
Yeah.
a little bit less than 10 years after the 2008 financial crisis. Some of these videos are 6 years after 2008. 5 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow, sheesh. So this guy's been onto this pretty much since.
He's not a Bitcoiner.
Yeah, I
He's a
mean, he's
gold
just
guy,
understanding. Yeah, same sort of principles. But I love the idea that 2008 is when this financial system crashed. It died, and then they put it on life support, and it's been on life support since. Like, it should have died in 2008. Everyone realized they don't have the money they said they had. They've borrowed more than they can actually earn, and this system's about to blow up. And then they just came in, bailed everyone out, put everyone on life support, and now we're seeing levels of printing and spending beyond 2008. And so we can't even break the system anymore because it's just already died. And so we're just pumping it just full of life through stimulus. And how long can that go on for? And I love what Jack Moller says. He says the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So you're going to get crushed before the system can break. We all think it's going to break. We just got to hang on for a little bit longer. And I think we will with Bitcoin. But let's say you didn't have Bitcoin. It's going to break. Everyone's going to crash it. Haha. Like, no, it's like this market can stay irrational a lot longer than you can stay solvent. So I just wanted to add that. You can just continue what you were saying.
Yeah.
No, that's all. Huh? I just wanted people to be, just understanding the difference between money and currency. Really, it makes such a huge difference. Understanding that, just that alone can help you like understand life really. So understand what you're working for. So yeah. Yeah, like they said, you spent like, what is it, like maybe 90,000, maybe 100,000 hours working. Might as well just spend at least 100 learning how to preserve your money. So, yeah.
Josh, you want to lead the wheel, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been forgetting, but yeah. So everyone, click the links in the description. Should be in all our descriptions. I just put your name and then a static lightning address, and we're gonna do some spins here. Yeah, maybe next time we would do it more like try to do it block by block if we can, but
Yeah.
um,
How many we got on the wheel?
we got
That's-
2 right
Oh,
now.
damn, that's it.
We
Can I
got
jump on there?
9 viewers, so
Yeah,
All right,
jump on
well,
the wheel,
everyone
yo.
click the link, add to the wheel. We ain't spinning for 2. That's madness. That's
Yeah,
like some
no,
Monopoly
no.
crap going on. So if you want a piece of the future, then jump on this wheel and you'll get some free Satoshis.
yeah.
How come I'm not on there? I thought I clicked the link and added my name. Let me try.
I think I removed you.
Dude, I freaking need the money.
The house should not play, I guess. I don't know. New rules.
mean,
we
man,
can,
new
but-
rules. No,
You
if
might need,
nobody's
you might
jumps
need the
in the
house when
next,
no one's in there.
Yeah.
I'll add up.
if
Maybe I
nobody
should.
jumps in the next couple of minutes, let's just jump in.
Yeah.
Seeing 2 people on the wheel just can't help but make me laugh. I'm just trying to compare it to like Jerry's wheel with like 50 people on it.
Yeah.
Where's Jerry's
Well-
squad? I should have put the live stream in Jerry's Signal group chat because then we would have had so many more people join the wheel. Here's
Yeah.
one more.
And we got one more.
Damn, Ralph, you built up
What's up?
the wheel reserve. I saw that in
Yes.
Telegram. Nice.
Yeah. Added a little bit of more money
The
to it, I guess.
The thing is, Josh would just lose the address again, and then the Bitcoin will be gone.
Josh just rug pulls everybody.
If we see him with a Lamborghini, we all know why.
We just got to track down Road to 1 Bitcoin. Do you know him, Joey?
Oh, I mean, I've got his email and I text him a little bit on X, but
Yeah.
I don't. Are you sure it's even him? Like, that's just so random for him to join the chat.
Maybe.
Like, but it's
Yeah,
possible.
maybe.
He's in the UK, so
Ask
who
him,
knows?
yeah.
And what did he even win? Do you know how many?
I think it was 200, maybe, was it? I don't remember.
1,100.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
And I owe Ramrez 1,100 as well.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
And yeah, if you want to
Okay.
support the show as well, just hit the QR code in the top left.
Or if you want to add sats to the wheel, just to be generous or have a bit of fun, then you can also just leave a can you leave a comment through that Lightning wallet? Like leave a message on it?
I'm like not. I
Oh,
know.
yeah,
If
I
not,
think you
then
can.
just put it in
Yeah.
the comment. Oh, yeah, either put it through the Zap or put it
Yeah.
in the comments, like say, oh, $1,000 for the wheel, let's spin for it or something. Because that's something I do with Jerry. Like I just chuck some money on the wheel.
Yeah, they don't always come through. I'm not sure if they work on Coinos, but
Coinos.
Right.
Well, so far, maybe we'll do the first spin for 3 and just see who gets it.
Yeah.
What
So
are we
should
spinning
do-
for first?
Should we do one per block, or should we just do like one bigger one?
How many blocks? There's probably what, 6 blocks so far? 5 blocks
5
every
yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's just do 10 spins of 100 and then
Of 200,
10
maybe.
spins. Sheesh.
How
Let's
much
do-
do we have?
Let's do 5
Wow.
spins. Let's do 5 spins of 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or is that annoying? We could just do maybe 2 big ones of like 400 or 500. I don't know.
We'll
I'm
do
just saying,
5.
if you can
5
track all the
200.
transactions, that's fine.
Yeah, I just saved all the addresses, so
Nice.
yeah, we'll
Yeah,
do
just do 5.
5
5 spins
200.
of 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Last
right.
call though, if anyone wants to join. Just a name and a lightning address.
About to enter right now. I'm just kidding.
Going once, going twice.
And spin it.
Spin that shit.
Maxi.
Maxi
Max.
for the dub.
Maxi.
To Russell. Oh, now it actually shows the right winner.
Okay, that's good.
So we're making progress. Ramrez again.
That's fair.
I'm right.
Now I'm thinking
Oh
that
wow. Okay, everybody, yo, okay.
the wheel might be
I like the
fair.
wheel
It'll
is
be
spinning.
Maxi next, guys.
Oh,
If I
no.
was on there, wow.
This,
If I was on there, it would be on
Is
me
it
all
right?
the time.
Oh, it's Maxi.
oh, okay. So maybe
Max,
there's
yo.
a little bit
It
of
is
randomness to
random.
it. That's funny.
Right.
Last
Congrats.
time was so funny how it was doubling up. Just everyone was getting double sats.
Cool.
All right. Let's wrap it up. I am cooked.
Yeah. Good luck at
Yeah,
work.
man, get some coffee, man.
I might just have to call it a day. Go back to bed.
Yeah.
Thanks, I'm future rich.
Future rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That will be someone's salary in the future.
Literally. Madness. All right, guys. Got to bounce.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
We'll end
man.
it here. Thanks for watching.
Thanks everyone
Thanks
in
for
the chat.
hosting, Josh. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry everybody for all the
holy-
rants and stuff.
We just got
What-
50,000 sats.
Damn.
I'm about to leave. Who
Hold
was
on.
it? I'm
I don't
guessing
see
it was
it.
Paul, bro. Paul was flexing in the chat. Yeah. He just said
Oh.
I sent you a fuse.
Oh, man, thank you, sir.
Dang.
Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate
you're
it.
making
Yo.
live stream worth it. We were all about to quit after this one.
Jeez.
Now we have to be back next time.
I don't have to work now. I should just take the day
Yeah,
off.
I know.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm retired.
Thanks, Paul.
Man, appreciate it, Paul.
Paul, you're a G.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that.
Much love, man.
Dang.
Damn,
well,
that's
that's a good way
crazy.
to end it.
That is a good way to end it, man.
That's wild. That is wild. Shout out to Paul. That guy's in everyone's live streams and donating crazy sats. So
Wow.
we appreciate it, bro. And we know that you
Yeah.
understand what that is. So that's even more major.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
well,
Hi, gents.
You've just rattled all of us. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. We do have to bounce, though.
yeah. See you
And,
next week.
I
Take care.
appreciate that.
Peace.
See you guys.